don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. My patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Pick it up. Tight ends Ringo, tight ends on Ringo, tight ends on Ringo. Four down, check.
Ready?
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Yo, faster.
They run on first down with Jackson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Alert.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Check 3.
Check 52. Check.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
On first down, it's Jackson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come, baby, come.
Topper!
We got double up.
2nd and 9 now. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. And let's get this. Back.
Yes.
Patsy.
Get it.
Back to throw. Irwin. Uncorks one for Davis. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
6-6. Pull it hard.
25. Check 25. 36. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey. High 7. Go. Now.
On 1st and 10, Irwin, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Irwin. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A tackle made by K.J. Wright. On the carry, it's Jackson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Looking to throw. Irwin toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
80 weapons. Hey, Charlie.
On 1st down, Irwin. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Bravo!
To throw again, Irwin.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, Delta!
To throw on 3rd down, Irwin. And now another one thrown incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Alert. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked him a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Come on,
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
We got this. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Jackson, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Hey.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, watch this out.
2nd and 2. Incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Wood.
Back to throw. Irwin. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Well, remember, last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, you know, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. At each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, it's Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd
Alert.
at the Panthers.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Watch the run, watch the run. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Guys, listen.
49, check 49, check 49.
From the shotgun, Wilson flush to his right. And he's got his target. That's more. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Go, 14.
Mike, check, 59. Try. They don't want it. 59's Mike.
From the gun, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Jackson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Echo.
Check 4, check 4.
Now.
Looking to throw. Irwin. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Got it.
Don't get nervous.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Greystone, Travis, Ace, Orbit. Lee Griffin.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Irwin. And he's going to go down again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This is Carson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On second down now, it's Carson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Third down.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Mark 49. Mark 49.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On 3rd down, Irwin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Let's go one more. 2 times, 2 times. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They run it with Carson, and he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Carson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Carson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And some space here. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I think you got it, son.
Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Tighten up. Pull it together.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check 15 minutes.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the screen. Check 99. Hey, switch gears.
Wilson to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Blair. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
What you got, Heavy? Go.
40.
Wide. Get wide.
14.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the run, this is Jackson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. To throw on 2nd down. Irwin. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
Zipper! Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Irwin. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us. And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Petty. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Now they'll run it again with Petty. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Jackson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
C6.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
5. Be driven.
From the gun, Irwin flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Lockett. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. No.
Alert.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Alert flare. Alert.
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And